know I was damn near doing the Cabbage Patch, y'all. Yeah, I brought the Cabbage Patch back. He said he had multiple personality disorder. Maybe one of them other personalities killed Lou and he don't remember. And he's just like, look, I will kill Dennis. I will kill Larry. You know, anybody who gets in our way. Not looking too good for the character Sasha coming back, y'all. Y'all, what is up? It's your girl EJ, and welcome back to the recap, y'all. Now, today we're gonna be talking about The Family Business, season 4, episode 8, The Return. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so I think this was probably one of the most anticipated episodes of this season. It is the return of your boy Vegas. Now, the charges are going to be dropped against him. You know, that whole safety box that was given to Harris had some information in it that allowed him to be able to present it to the court, and the judge has decided that they're going to drop all the charges. Of course, they're going to expunge his record and all that good stuff. So your boy Vegas has returned. Now, of course, Nevada and his mom are going to be extremely happy to see him. It's just a beautiful moment being able to see them reconnect with Vegas. And then, of course, the family is going to reconnect. And honestly, y'all, I can't help but notice the fact that Nene goes over to hug Vegas first. And right now, I'm like real salty with Nene right now. Like, I'm not feeling her at all. So the fact that she's like acting all family-ish, it's just been irking my nerves. But anyway, moving forward. So anyway, your boy Orlando is still out in the dark about all of this. Like, he knows nothing is going on. He's been calling LC and he's not getting an answer, you know, and nobody has told him about the situation because Chippy didn't want him to know so that he can concentrate on his son. Now, as Vegas returns, of course, everybody's going to be happy to see him and they're going to do all of their welcome and all that good stuff. But Vegas is about business and Vegas is ready to go to work in finding his pops and finding out who killed Sasha, y'all, because they're kind of thinking they're entangled. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no coincidence about this situation. And Vegas is going to let them know, hey, anything that you have, whether it's small, big, whatever information you have, I'm going to need it. And so Paris is going to let them know, like, hey, I'm thinking this is about revenge. And she's thinking more along the lines of Alexander Cora. So they're going to start with Dominique after Rio lets them know, hey, Sebastian thinks that, you know, she has something to do with Baby and Doll because apparently Dominique likes to kill with a knife. So there's that. And, you know, Vegas gives everybody their assignments of what they need to do. And when Vegas speaks, everybody listens. You know, he takes charge and it's like, they just execute. So I definitely think that Vegas was exactly what they needed in order to find LC, y'all. So meanwhile, y'all, back at the crazy house, back at the loony bin, your girl Brandy is going to be hearing all sorts of screams. You know what I'm saying? She's hearing this screaming and she's concerned about what's going on in that room, you know, and ironically, Brother X is going to be around and she's going to ask him, does he hear that? And he's like, look, that's been going on all day. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of just acts really unconcerned about the situation and kind of goes on about his business. Now, your boy Dr. Kennel is having way too much fun with this whole shock therapy thing, and we are definitely learning that he is completely psycho himself. You know, we've already figured out that he definitely knows that this is not Larry Duncan. You know, he knows that this is his brother LC. He knows that Larry is the one that's actually running the facility, and to be honest, I don't think it has anything to do with, you know, him quote unquote killing that other guy and, you know, and Larry having this information on him. I think he just enjoys it and I think he likes it and he's just all in on this situation. So anyway, y'all, Brandy's going to take herself in the room because she's going to be concerned with what's going on with patient 0. And when she gets in there, LC is going to be pleading with her and begging her, hey, help me. And she's just going to think that he's this delusional person. And she believes that he is Larry Duncan. And in this moment is when we realize that Brandy actually never met LC, that she doesn't know who he is. And it's just so awkward and so weird. I'm just like, how in the world could you not know who this is? You know, you worked for Orlando. You were basically creating a drug for the Coras. Like, how do you not know about the people around you? I just don't understand it. And Chippy actually showed up at your place, when she was getting you to go away. So I just don't get how she never ever wanted to know who the patriarch of this family was. Like, if I'm gonna make some enemies, I'm gonna know what all of y'all look like. Like, I'm gonna know everybody just in case. So anyway, y'all, LC is going to tell her, look, I'll give you $1,000,000, I'll give you $2,000,000, I'll give you $10,000,000. And he's getting a little bit more aggressive and agitated. And of course, she's going to leave because once again, she just thinks that he's delusional. Now, she's going to go outside and she's going to run into quote unquote Director Hawkins. And she's going to, tell him about Larry, quote unquote. And he's going to be like, look, I'm really concerned. And he's just making it seem like this patient just really needs this extra treatment, like this excessive treatment. And he wants to start him on a drug treatment, a drug regimen. And he's going to make sure that he implants in her head the idea of maybe giving him some mood altering drugs. And she's going to be like, yeah, that's a good idea. And she mentions fire. And I'm just like, now, wait a minute, because fire was actually hurting people. And fire, I can't remember exactly what fire was doing, but I know that fire was hurting people, and that was one of the reasons why they wanted to get the drug off the street. So you're going to take this drug that clearly has some issues and give it to our boy LC. Like, Brandy, I think I gave you way too much credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, way too much credit. So anyway, we're going to see how this all plays out, but your boy Larry is definitely playing Brandy, and he's playing this whole Director Hawkins thing to the T. I mean, his acting skills are on point, y'all. So anyway, y'all, Curtis and Paris are actually going to meet up with LoJack, and they're going to try to get some information out of him because apparently LoJack is the neighborhood snitch, and he knows all, and he definitely likes to tell all. So they're looking for Dominique Leroux. Now, Dominique Leroux, a.k.a. Dominique Cora, I guess it's safe to say that your boy Alexander Cora no longer has a wife because your girl Dominique seems like she's all in on this whole Antonio Dash thing. So he's going to give them the information and be like, hey, she's trouble. She's with Antonio Dash now. So they get that information. You're going to see a scene where Vegas is going to go talk to Rio. And I think what's so important about this particular scene when Vegas goes and talks to Rio is that, Rio has always been this character that has felt left out of this family. He's not like Junior and Orlando and Vegas. He doesn't get the same treatment as them, especially from his father. We know that his father loves him, but he does find it hard to accept who he is fully as far as his sexuality. So the fact that Vegas comes and he talks to him and tells him that, what he's doing with these clubs is a very important part of the family business and that he's proud of him. Your girl Paris is also going to show up and they're going to have a drink together. Paris is going to let Vegas know what she found out. And they're just going to, spend some brotherly bonding time. Meanwhile, Vegas comes in the next day and it looks like he's going to be talking to your girl London and they're going to spend some time together as well. And then London is going to solidify what I think all of us watching the show have already kind of thought, that Vegas is the leader and that these guys follow and execute and that he was what they needed. Okay, y'all, so meanwhile, your boy Junior is going to meet up with Antonio Dash and he's going to let him know, hey, there's going to be a really important meeting. We're going to need you to be there. And then he's going to, basically slide in this conversation about Dominique Leroux, trying to get some information and trying to find out if she had anything to do with the killing of Sasha. Antonio Dash is gonna, confirm that she didn't have anything to do with it, but Junior says, hey, we need to mark her off the list, so hey, can you set up a meet? He's gonna say yeah, and he's gonna say that right now she's in Miami shopping or some kind of mess like that. So anyway, y'all, back at the lab, your girl Brandy has started the treatment for LC. Now she's giving him, these drugs, these opioids, and LC is like, nope, I'm not taking this stuff. Like, LC is fighting with all his might. Like, this dude is definitely a fighter. And she's like, look, you can make this easier, you can make this hard. And then Dennis is like, maybe we got to get the funnel. And then when she says something, LC says like F you, and she's like, yeah, we need the funnel. And I'm just like, okay, there go that old Brandy that we know and love so much. So anyway, y'all, they use the funnel on him to get him to take the drugs. And then your boy is still fighting. Like, your boy is going all in. I mean, he's kicking, he's doing whatever he needs to do to fight. But of course, he tied up. So it's not like he can really do much. And your boy Dennis keep making these references to how strong he is. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all. So meanwhile, your boy Curtis and your girl London and Paris are going to go and find Dominique Leroux, and they're going to come up with this little ruse in order to be able to get in the house. Now, your girl London is going to go straight up to Dominique with a gun pulled out, of course, and is like, hey, did you kill my cousin? And Dominique is like, look, who is your cousin? I killed a lot of people. And in this moment, I definitely respect Dominique Leroux's gangster. I mean, she hasn't flinched one bit. She's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting a gun pulled on her is like another day. It's just like another thing. It's like whatever. So anyway, she lets her know like, hey, nope, I haven't killed the Duncan, you know? And then your girl Sage is gonna pop up, y'all. And I ain't even gonna lie. When I see Sage, all I see is Mercedes in my head. And I was just glad to see her on the screen regardless, because Brandy Evans definitely is playing these characters to the T, y'all. So anyway, your girl Sage has the gun on London, and of course Paris is going to pop up and pull the gun on Sage. And in this moment, we're going to realize that Sage and Paris actually know each other, and it all makes sense because they all went to the same finishing school. Now, if you don't know, the minister actually runs a finishing school. This is the school that Paris, Sasha, Sage have all attended. And I even believe Lauren also attended the school as well, although I can't really confirm that. But I do remember in one episode, Nene saying that they paid all of this money to send her to the school. And ironically, I'm just thinking, money, huh? Like, you paid a lot of money to send her to this school, but supposedly Larry is looking for all this money. But anyway, that's a whole nother story, y'all. I'm not even gonna go there. So anyway, they they hug and all that good stuff, and she tells her about Sasha, and Sage is just like, hey, we gonna help because Sasha is a G. So it looks like they have another ally on their side in order to help them try to figure out who killed Sasha. So anyway, y'all, your boy LC is going through it. He is locked up in this room, and in this room you can see where somebody has been tallying up days. You can see where there's writing on the wall about let me out. I mean, you can see all of these things in the room, and your boy LC is so doped up and so drugged up, and he's visited by his brother Lou, and Lou is talking to him and trying to comfort him and basically trying to keep him strong. Now, he also lets him know that, his daughter Sasha is there with him because, of course, LC is like, are you mad at me about Sasha? And he's like, nah, she's good. I got her, So I'm thinking that your girl Sasha might really be gone, y'all. I don't think Sasha coming back. But, to all the people who don't think that Sasha is dead, hey, I am always here for any type of theories. But in my opinion, I think that she might actually be gone. I think this character might be gone from the show. I think that they might have called the audible, and instead of killing off Donna, who actually dies in the book, they decided to kill this character off instead, maybe for other reasons. So anyway, y'all, that's just my thought. I mean, your girl Sage, her death was fake. So, of course, Sasha's death could be fake, too. I don't know. I would love for her to still be alive. But I'm just saying, it's not looking too good for the character Sasha coming back, y'all. But anyway, your boy Lou is trying to comfort his little brother in his time of need. And he's just telling him, like, look, Larry is very loyal, especially to family. For him to be doing this, then there has to be something. There is a reason. And then he's like, he thinks I stole his money. He's like, did you? And he's like, no, you know that. And just from, looking at this character, LC, as we've gotten to see him over all these seasons, the character doesn't seem like someone who would actually steal money from his brother. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a bigger play here. I feel like there's something else that has happened that we're not privy to just yet. Or Larry could just be batshit crazy and just think that, his brother stole his money, or it could be one of them other personalities. I don't know. But I really feel like maybe someone else has placed this in his head that, that there's no money. I feel like there's a lot of money out there. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Larry isn't privy to it. if you know what I mean. And the last thing that your boy Lou tells him before he goes away is he tells him, hey, you're going to have to talk to him and you're going to have to get him to believe you. And so Lou kind of just, disappears into thin air. And of course, your boy LC is left asking Lou to come back. And once again, it is so hard to watch your boy LC going through this. But so meanwhile, y'all, your boy Orlando is calling and calling and calling, and Chippy has been avoiding his call, and Vegas is like, no, go ahead and talk to him. He deserves to know. Go ahead and let him know what's going on. So she tries to give him a call back, but they're in that town where Fresh Meadows is located, where there's no service for whatever reason. And so she's unable to actually tell him about LC. Now, meanwhile, your boy Dennis is having a conversation with Holly, and he is giving all the shade, y'all. And when I say all the shade, I do mean all the shade. And he's giving some vibes like, girl, like, B, I know exactly what you did. He's subtly, not subtly, telling her, look, I know exactly what you and Brother X did. But, Holly is kind of trying to play it off. She's just kind of in agreement with him when he's saying, whoever killed his niece, he's going to kill them. And he was like, remember what happened when, he found out his brother was dead. And she was like, yeah, he killed Director Franklin. And I'm just like, but didn't Larry have something to do with Lou dying? I mean, there was that episode when Curtis killed Michael. I can't think of his last name at the time now, but his first name is Michael. The guy who was about to tell who killed Lou or who had him killed, and then Curtis killed him before he could say it. And well, he said his dad's name, and that's why he says that he killed him or whatever. And I'm just like, so why would he get so upset about an order that he killed? And then I was like, or is he even talking about that brother? Because there is another brother. There is another Duncan brother, y'all. Now, the other brother, they never talk about in the show, but he is definitely in the book. And if you remember the first season, there are some nephews that pop up in the show. There's Trent Duncan, and then there's the guy who gets killed when he's trying to get LC's roadster. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but he's also another Duncan. And I'm just like, maybe he's talking about that brother. So I don't know, because it's so odd that he would kill the director because he found out his brother was dead, even though he's the one who called the shots to kill his brother Lou. And I'm just like, man, either you truly are all the way psychotic and are starting to not remember, or maybe like they said he had multiple personality disorder. Maybe one of them other personalities killed Lou and he don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's what this whole thing is, y'all. I honestly don't know, because all of this is so crazy to me. Especially that particular part right there. I just found it very interesting. So anyway, y'all, he's going to let Holly know, hey, go find Xavier and tell him to stay out of sight, because we don't want them to run into the Duncans, because at this point, Chippy and Vegas have showed up and they're going in to see Dr. Kennel, aka quote unquote, the assistant director for the facility, y'all. So once they actually go in to see him, he's like, hey, he came by to visit, yada, yada, yada. He made me an offer and he said that he would get back to me in a few days, but, I haven't heard from him since. And then he shows them this video, so conveniently has this video of him leaving. He shows Carl and Carlos and LC are standing at the car. So anyway, Vegas is just like, okay, well, he definitely left here. Then they go on to go see, Uncle Larry. But when they get out to see Uncle Larry, they can't help but notice that Nene and Lauren are there as well. And she's just like, what are they doing here? Like, what's up with this? And y'all, I just can't wait till the mess hit the fan with Nene and Chippy, because they have been friends for a really long time. They have actually been really good friends. And so it is going to be interesting to see what happens when Chippy finds out how Nene has been moving, y'all. So anyway, y'all, your girl Holly actually does find Xavier, and she does tell him, like, look, I think Dennis knows. Like, I think he knows what we did on the pier. And he's just like, how would he know? And she's just like, I just think he know. And then she tells him about how her and Dennis had been really tight before he came, and now Dennis has been acting funny. And he's just like, look, I will kill Dennis, I will kill Larry, anybody who gets in our way, and she's just like, but Dennis is our friend. And he's just like, no, he your friend. And, and this just further solidifies for us that, Brother X, aka Xavier, he is in no way, form, or fashion scared of Larry. He is playing along with this as well. You know what I'm saying? Because he's buying his time trying to get out of this place. And I feel like he's using Holly in order to do this. But I guess we shall see if this is real or not, because I don't understand how he just all of a sudden is over his vendetta of getting to Sonya. You know what I'm saying? So, it is a lot going on, because there is going to be a lot of betrayal in this whole little circle of craziness, y'all. But anyway, y'all, your boy Vegas and Chippy are actually pulled over by that same exact cop, Montego, whatever his name is, y'all. They're pulled over by the cop, and he pulls that same line that he pulled with Carl and Carlos. You know what I'm saying? Pulling them over for suspicion of driving while drunk, and he gets him out of the car. And Vegas is going to notice that, hey, he's not on the radio. Like, he's not on the radio. He has a gun drawn. And in that moment, Vegas is like, it's clicking for him that this isn't right. And so when he asks Vegas to get out of the car, of course, Vegas is unholstering his gun. And that's kind of how the episode goes off. So, my suspicion is that the cop is going to be gone on the next episode. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen on this next episode, y'all. It is definitely heating up. So that's what's up with season 4, episode 8, The Return. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Let me know if you were extremely excited to see your boy Vegas come out. I know I was. I was damn near doing the Cabbage Patch, y'all. Yeah, I brought the Cabbage Patch back, because I was so excited when I saw the character Vegas. It's one thing to know that he's going to be coming back, but to actually see him in those civilian clothes and not in that orange jumpsuit, I was excited. So anyway, let me know what y'all thought about it. Go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Until next time, guys.